The moment I jumped into Where Winds Meet, I was immediately immersed in the experience. As someone who grew up with a lot of Chinese history surrounding me during my childhood, being martial arts films or the cuisine or friends that have been with me throughout my school years. So a lot of that kind of encapsulated my personal experience with Where Winds Meet. And of course you have the Song Dynasty, which even to a lot of people who live in China is quite unknown to them. So historically speaking, it is quite fascinating to learn more about a dynasty or a period that even to me is quite fresh, and that really inspired me to want to dive deeper. Now, of course, Where Winds Meet is a culmination of different genres. You've got your action RPG slash somewhat Souls-like appeal, and then you also have your MMO approach, which to me I think is a interesting hybrid that delivers in most areas, I'd say. Gameplay wise, I'm very impressed. Presentation wise, this game looks absolutely stunning from start to finish. I love the direction that NetEase has taken in terms of how it's trying to really get the player's attention, but also keep the player engaged with regards to learning more about the history of China through its very smooth, fluid action RPG experience. However, the biggest gripe for me after playing for several hours during the closed beta was its gacha slash battle pass elements, which to me initially didn't seem too bad, but as I dove deeper into it, I really started to see issues that could potentially create a little bit of a drawback for players who are looking to invest in the game long term. Now, just to put it out there, that the gacha is, from what I've seen, purely cosmetic, meaning you're only purchasing things within the game that are only pertaining to your character's appearance. So nothing really crazy in the area of, oh my gosh, I have to roll for this character or roll for this weapon. Even the weapons themselves are cosmetic as well. So nothing you are buying or purchasing is by any means a pay to win or any of that. However, the prices are where I feel the game can be quite concerning, or at least concerning in the sense that if you're someone looking to invest in the game long term, financially speaking, this game can be quite expensive. And just looking at the overall game as far as what they've provided within the test, just that price alone kind of scares me. Now, if you've played other gacha games, I don't think it'd be that much of an issue, but if you are coming into the game with the intent to play it, you know, as an action RPG fan or Souls-like fan or MMO fan, you're gonna get the value out of the whole entire experience. However, again, if you are looking to go beyond that realm and go into the appearance and the cosmetics side of things, you are going to be looking to spend quite a bit of money. And of course, as I mentioned, there is a battle pass within the game, and there is a monthly subscription pass as well. So once again, if you are looking to put your money into the game, that can be where I think players may feel a bit turned off. Now, can you play the game without investing in any of the cosmetics? Yes, I will say that for sure. During my live stream, I was speaking to a few people who have played the game in China, and they have also addressed concerns about the expenses that you have to pay. They've also brought up examples of someone paying upwards to $40,000 in this game just purely off the cosmetics alone. But those are just, you know, your primary examples of whales and oilers who have more than enough financial means to compensate. Now, for free-to-play players, I think the game will be just fine. I think you can cruise through the game, enjoy it, and immerse yourself and unlock things as you go, because the game is quite generous in terms of its cosmetics. I mean, there are free-to-play cosmetics in the game that you can just unlock as you play. And so I think there is a good, healthy balance in that sense. But again, I just have to address the fact that there is a gacha element in the sense that you are rolling for said cosmetic. So if you go into the actual shop and you draw for these cosmetics, you are essentially going to have to commit to a lot of rolls to get said cosmetic. And that can be where, once again, the turnoff could potentially happen, because it's a lot of money just to get drip. And while the drip is admittedly very, very attractive, very appealing, I think it can really draw the wrong attention once the game fully releases in the West. For me, as I said, I'm going to be just playing this game purely from an ARPG fan perspective, as that's what my brand is pertaining to. I personally love the game in terms of its action and gameplay and immersion, the parry system, the diversity of weapons, the skill tree. There are a lot of positives, but I just wanted to really bring attention to what could potentially turn players away. And I want players to know that, hey, if you are going to commit to Where Winds Meet, at the very least, you know, just keep an eye out for the battle pass, keep an eye out for the price you're going to have to pay if you are looking to, you know, dress up your character. But overall, I'd say my consensus with Where Winds Meet has been very positive, in the sense that, as I said, you know, I love the history of China. I've always enjoyed learning about different cultural aspects, not just of China, but any culture in general. And it's always fascinating to dive into a game that really kind of pulled you into the history without you having to, you know, read a book or commit to going to a library and sitting for hours. I think it's great that NetEase has taken a particular dynasty and given us a chance to just dive in at our own pace and learn more about an era or a period of time that is quite fascinating. And I like that. And the music in this game is great. I love the instruments they use, the Chinese instruments, like the eru, for example. Phenomenal, beautiful, satisfying. Audio-wise, it's very great on the ears. And even when you're just performing parries or attacks, all of the different strings, everything just sounds well put together and well executed. So on that front, I'm looking forward to that. Definitely like an 8 to 9 out of 10 for me, gameplay-wise. Presentation, perfect to me. Beautiful, gorgeous-looking game. But yeah, the gacha element, the battle pass stuff, I think NetEase and the team over there need to just work on that to make sure things are really fine-tuned and not too egregious. So, that being said, I hope you found this video to be useful. Follow, subscribe for more ARPG content, Souls-like content, Roguelikes of course too. And as always, New Warriors, stay strong, keep fighting, and may the Force be with you all, always. Until next time, take care.